Hey guys, Rizwan here, founder and CEO of Autonomous. We build, grow, and automate e-commerce companies. Commerce engineered. That's the whole idea behind our business. Now, every agency on earth will tell you that they use AI, right? But instead of me telling you how we think about automation, today I want to show you one of ours, a real one running in production for our own business. Because here's our belief. If we're going to automate your store, you should see what we've automated for ourselves first. The machine I am about to show you finds real revenue leaks on Shopify stores, argues with itself about what's actually true, and sends you an email about what it can prove. It runs our own lead flow end to end. So I'm just going to show you how it gets started. When you land on autonomoustech.ca/shopify-revenue-audit, this is one of our lead funnels. Here, you submit your store URL. I'm just going to do a customer of mine and a test email. Once you submit, we run a few things in the background. So the form that you just saw me fill, a store URL and an email address is all that's required. And the first thing that happens is a code-based check that has no AI at all. These 4 checks read the store the boring factual way. We count every product in your catalog one by one, end to end. So it's never an estimate. We read your tracking straight from the store itself, so your pixels and whatnot are firing or not. We check the catalog against your sitemap with Google to see if it's being indexed. And then we pull your Gmail records and do a bunch of security work, as well as check stuff like page speed, because that has a real impact on your revenue. Now, the next thing is that we want you to book a call with us to go through a deep audit. But as you know, it's very hard to get the commitment from a lot of customers and prospects. To do that, we actually created something called Lean Scan. And it's running on one of our servers on our data center. And it's not a SaaS subscription and whatnot. So the reason it exists is because our real deep audit takes the whole day. It takes 7 AI agents, red team reviews. Our engineering team runs it, but it takes a lot of effort for us to do. So we compress that in the same discipline into a machine that runs itself in under an hour so that we can send those findings via email in order for us to convert prospects faster. So here's how it syncs. The first step, which is generate, drafts candidate findings from these AI agent runs. Each of these drafts must carry a source, like a receipt, because generate is very optimistic and the agent just checks stuff without verification. So after that, a separate agent runs a verification stage. This is a more expensive AI agent and multiple agents actually that reopens the evidence and verifies all the claims. Secondly, then we run a red team review. So why do we do this? Because, well, we measure it and we know that AI agents can do a lot of hallucination. So we're very strict about what we're actually going to promise our customers. And then once it survives, we write the copy for those findings. And then there's another AI agent that acts an AI or LLM as a judge. Here, we do mechanical as well as judgmental checks based on the most advanced models at the time in order to verify whether or not it should be sent. And if the agent can decide, it gets sent to me and the marketing team for a verification date. So after all of this, it takes between 15 to 60 minutes from 1 to 3 verified findings in order for the customer to book a call with essentially 0 humans in the loop, right? So here's kind of the map. Once you submit the instant scan with the URL and email, we go into a nurture phase. If someone books a call, we then start a different nurturing campaign to confirm, remind, and arm people so they can come. We do various background checks with AI agents in order to personalize those emails. And if they show, then we run the deep audit. We walk through the prospect live through the deep audit, showing them exactly what they've done. And if they buy fixed from us, we do a fixed price, itemized list, and we fix it within 1 month. If they don't book, we keep nurturing until we do a breakup email, but then we move them into a long nurture where we keep giving value emails forever and giving fresh scan invites again and again. If there's a no-show, we have an AI caller that we use in order to rebook the call. So there's only 2 places where we see humans being required on this, and both are just the phone calls, right? So how does our lean scan work, right? When we get the scan form from the store URL and email, our front desk AI checks whether it's a real store and puts it into line to be able to do a check. We run the lean scan, and it wakes the AI crew that we have running in our data center to run it. So we do scene 1 run over here, 15 to 60 minutes, as I've mentioned. Everything gets checked. We get the results back, sends it to our web server with every finding and the judge's verdict. If there's no verdict, there's no email, we get notified to do a manual check. There's another verdict check, as I mentioned, with the LLM as a judge. If it's great, it goes out. If it's not, a human has to review it. We have a setting to do training wheels. In this, every single human will read every single email. We can configure that as well. We have a log of every edit in our system so that we can see what changed over time. So this was a review of how we automate our own business. Facts first, 3 AI agents arguing about what's true, a judge that refuses when it's unsure, and exactly 2 places where a human is required. And this is the point. This is how we think about automation, not just a fancy chatbot, but machines that do real work, prove every claim, know when to hand things to a human. We run our own company on this, and this is exactly how we grow. So if you run a Shopify store, start where everyone starts. The instant scan is free. It takes 30 seconds. Drop your URL and your email. Your findings will land within the hour. When you're ready to see what the leaks actually cost you, book a call with us and we'll do a revenue investigation report, which is guaranteed to find you at least $75,000 to $150,000 worth of revenue, depending on your store size. Thank you. Bye for now.